this meeting to order. The Sumner County Board of Construction Appeals, November the 19th, 2025. If we could all stand and bow our heads, please. Brian, would you lead us in prayer? Sure.
Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for this time that we can all meet here and hear Mr. Burr and give him the platform that he needs to voice his concerns. And dear Lord, just give us discerning hearts as we move forward. In Christ's name, amen.
Amen. Amen. Mr. Quinn, would you lead us in a pledge?
Yes, flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Mr. Secretary, you might call the roll for us.
Sure will. Barry Briley.
Present.
Roger Smith. Bruce Quinn.
Roger.
Brian Lynch.
Present.
Jim Mooneyhan.
Moynihan, yes.
Michael Williams. Wally Gillum. Steve Weiner.
I wish I'm not a member, but I'm here.
Okay, it's just on the list.
Oh,
And
okay.
Marshall Wright.
Here. All right, good deal. We got a quorum. I don't know if everybody's had a chance to look over the agenda. Do I hear a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
Make a motion to approve.
Do I hear a second? Second. All those in favor? Aye. The agenda is approved. This time, I want to recognize the public for comment, and with Mr. Furr, you signed up.
Mr. Chairman, just the way these typically go, I guess we do it BZA, is the staff give their report and then the applicant speaks after that. I don't know how that's the way you want to do it, if you want to do it this way or.
I think we'll move on to number 10 then. Is that where you're going to move with the director's update?
No, like the item itself.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
mean, like typically he gives a staff presentation and then the applicant will talk.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Mark, are you going to give us a presentation on the,
Thank you, sir. About 3 weeks ago, Mr. Burr came into the office and applied for a permit, a building permit, because he wanted to demolish a old homestead that's in disrepair and replace it with something else, whether it be a mobile home or a new home, still kind of undecided. But he brought it to my attention that he gets his water from Bethpage Waterworks, that he's been approved by their board to receive his water in a tank, portable tank, from fire hydrant down the road and bring it back and use that as his potable water source. Well, the code states, and this is the reason I went ahead and didn't approve his permit, because the plumbing code 2602-1 says the water distribution system of any building or premises where plumbing fixtures are installed shall be connected to a public water supply. Where a public water supply system is not available or connection to the supply is not feasible, an individual water supply shall be provided. Individual water supplies shall be constructed and installed in accordance with the applicable state and local codes. Where such codes do not exist or address the requirements, then NGWA-01 references water wells, and that would govern the water wells if the public water supply is not available. So that's where we're at, and I didn't want to approve or deny his permit because it's my understanding he has no public water available out front, and he's also informed me that he's dug wells and they've become dry. So this is one alternative that has already been pre-approved by the Bethpage Waterworks, and that's why I wanted to submit it to the board here and get your opinion, and not just your opinion, a vote to either approve it or deny one or the other.
yes, sir. Mr. Director, are you aware of any backflow device on this fire hydrant?
No, sir, I haven't talked with Bethpage Water. I'm just, it's an assumption that they have, the board approved it, and we do have a letter as part of the, document, that they have approved it. One of our staff in office contacted Bethpage, Water Supply, and, they sent that directly to our office. And, Mr. Furr was not involved in capturing that letter. It was done from our department to Bethpage, so.
Again, how does he get the water from point A to point B? Point A being the hydrant, how does it get to the
My
property?
understanding is
It's almost
he
a
has,
mile, correct?
.8 miles, .8.
I think he has a large water tank on a vehicle, some kind of apparatus that he's allowed to.
And then once the tank gets there, is it just sits above ground on a trailer? And
I haven't had any detailed conversations with Mr. Burns. So
Okay,
I'm not
sure,
sure.
I guess we'll address that to Mr. Furr. Any other questions, John? For Marshall?
the wells that were dug previously, do we have paperwork on those wells? I know they have to be constructed to certain parameters. And if they went dry immediately, I'm just wondering, was it just dug like me going out in the backyard and hiring somebody to drill me a well? Or were they actually paperwork on them and we got permits?
We don't have any documentation in our office or placed in your packet on that.
So we don't know if they went dry due to
I see that a lot though,
an inexperienced driller or whatever.
especially out, like past Springfield, I was out doing a well check over there. They had two wells on the property, one of them they had disconnected, the other one they had hooked up.
Mhm.
One was drilled, one was dug, and it was, the state had no information on either one. They didn't even know the wells were there, so, especially on older properties.
Right. Yeah, there's many wells that did not get proper permitting from the state. And then they'll kick it back to us, the state will, and say, look, it's y'all make the decision. And what we usually do is tell them, get us a driller well report, and that will indicate the flow of the water, how much flow of water, and if that's sufficient enough to provide.
Well, my observation is, after going out there, there are several homes, and I believe there's a well right across at the end of the driveway behind a building over there. So I don't know if it's just a difference in the geography of that driveway that's causing this issue, but that's, good information.
I don't know how long that he's been doing this. I think several years.
18 is what I'm counting.
Well, since '06, so.
06.
Yeah.
And 19.
So, I mean, when it comes to the wells, what do we have on the books as far as Sumner County regulations for wells? Because I understand that from the state websites, obviously, if we don't have anything, then we have to defer to whatever the state regulations are, right? But does Sumner County have?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, so we just would have to go off of just state regs
Yes.
for drilling wells.
We require them to hire a driller, licensed driller, and the driller has to submit a report stating, just like septic.
Sure.
There's a lot of septic permits that were bootlegged in, a lot of septic systems, that were bootlegged in, and when that happens, the state would basically say, look, that's the issue with the locals, we're not getting involved in that.
Right.
What we usually do is the same thing, we hire they're required to hire a licensed septic installer to inspect the system that's there, so.
And
It's kind of the same way with the water wells.
of course, I want to hear from Mr. Furr, but from your perspective, Mr. Wright, if we issue this building permit, then we're green lighting the use of this water from a fire hydrant, which kind of puts a little bit of liability on the taxpayers of Sumner County, would it not, if something were to happen due to contaminants or there's no backflow on there, there's lots, from what I read, lots of potential contamination getting water from a fire hydrant.
Well,
Sorry, I was gonna say, isn't the water that goes to fire hydrants the same water that flows
But
our
there's
regular
no,
pipes, right?
no backflow, and there's possible there's not a meter, I believe he has a mobile meter of some sort that he gets his, that he meters the water he's getting.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing, for clarify.
When I was looking at this, I thought that they said that there was a meter in place or something, and that's how. You may be on the incident, but.
Yeah.
Of course, liability, that's deferred to.
That's kind of what I was looking to see.
This is the water utility, water utility district is okay with this. That seems to be an issue for, like, water quality seems to be an issue for them, not really for us, I would say.
But upon issuing this building permit, then we've deemed this,
We're not issuing a building permit today.
no, if we do
Yeah.
approve,
Yeah.
Would we be setting a precedent?
or we send
It's
out.
already said,
Yeah.
20 years almost.
Yeah, the precedent's kind of already been set.
I mean,
Right.
well, officially.
But my concern being is if we green light this, hey,
Yeah.
continue and carry on, are we,
Well, if I understand it correctly, I think the issue with this particular property, and this is from what I know, I'm not an expert by any means, but wells are, to my knowledge, not possible. There's no water line out there. This is the only, I guess, feasible way of doing this. I don't think it's going to be, I don't think this case is typical of
the hardship here that's been
Yeah.
proven?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'd probably have him sign an affidavit that he hold the county harmless and have.
That's
look
the
at that
key.
too.
That's the key.
I'm saying, is it in terms of the contaminants and stuff, that's, if the water company, if that Stein's, that page district is okay with that, they're the ones who regulate the water usage, so that's why I'm not really worried about the contaminant issue so much on our end.
Sure. Everybody's good?
Yeah.
Let, Mr. Kerr have an opportunity to speak?
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Kerr, you have the floor, sir.
Well, I've been doing this for almost since I've been out there. I got 4 wells, they was there when I bought the property. I was told that, 3 of them go dry in July or August. The boy I bought it from, he had one drilled, and they said it was a dry hole. That it ain't never had water. I used to use, runoff from my barn, but all that came down. And that's when I went to the water board. When I first moved out there, there was just 3 of us out there. Mr. Stevens, me, and, man on top of the hill. And that was the only places on that road. The boy I bought it from said that the water department said that they would run it pipe to pipe if they could sell 5 meters. I didn't have that deal with them. And I was gone when they put all them trailers in. They run it to the end. They just want to set me a meter at the end. There's 3 places, one on, I think, Crenshaw, one down by Michigan, Stevenson, and one up at the end of the trailers. They want to set me a meter there, and then me run it the rest of the way. I asked them, and that's when I asked them if they could hook me up a meter to hook to a fire hydrant. And that's what they done. He told me they had to put it together, and I didn't go to the board meeting. I had my brother, because I was out of town. But they had to go to the board meeting to approve it, for them to approve it. And that's how I've been using my water since I've been out there.
Just so I'm clear, are you saying they offered to set a meter a day to your property there?
No,
Oh, okay, okay.
over a mile away.
Oh, so
At the time, it was over a mile away.
Okay, very good, okay.
So there's a meter now at the hydrant.
Is there a fire hydrant?
No, I have the meter.
Okay.
I have to take it up there, hook it to the meter, hook it to the fire hydrant, and, that's the only way we can get it out of there.
Does it have a one-way flow valve on this thing?
It just flows one way, as far as I know.
So then what's your storage like?
I got a 1,500 gallon tank in my barn, and, I filled it up, and I pump it to my house. And that lasts me about
wouldn't you?
I'm not, like I mentioned, I'm not really concerned about our liability here, considering this is between them and the utility district in terms of the backflow and, contaminants and so forth. That's between the property owner and the utility company. I'm not really concerned about our liability, having any liability on that.
Okay. 'Cause I feel like that was my biggest concern going into this. I put Wright interpreted the stuff correctly, but it certainly looks like hardship exists here to me. I don't know, but, well, anything else, Mr. Furr?
That's pretty much all I got.
All right. At this point, we'll just move on to, number 7. I have nothing to report.
Are you going to vote on this or have a motion on it?
Well, I'd like for us to have a little bit of discussion between us.
Oh, I think it's at 7. I thought we were moving on to.
Okay.
Yeah,
Close the meeting, have discussion.
no, we're not closing the meeting now.
No.
Let me ask you, because you're talking about liability, and
Yeah.
this is just water, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay? Is there anything with the storage of it on the property? The only reason I bring that up is because obviously if we don't have anything in Sumner County that regulates storage of either underground tanks or above ground tanks, we have to default to the state. Obviously the state does. There's a reason why they put forth regulations, because there could be is there an issue that we see with any kind of storage? I mean, is this just like
I mean, if you're storing like chemicals and stuff, that would be a concern. Like
right,
water
but I
and
mean,
stuff.
yeah, because they do have it on water, they got regulations on, and I'm just asking the question because regulations do exist, that's why
I mean, I'm not aware of any. TDEC might be the,
Well, I think Bruce is right.
Yeah.
It's just like a cistern. If people collect from rainwater, whatever, but it's the same.
fine with that, I was just
Storage,
throwing it out there.
natural pump, and everything else to
Yeah.
provide service to your property.
I know TDEC, or not TDEC, I'm not sure what agency issue, I think it might be TDEC, the septic. They handle that stuff, so maybe they have some regulations on the storage. I don't think that they would have this for storage of water. I don't think they have anything, but they might.
Mr. Wright, I would love to hear any further thoughts you had on the subject.
Yes, sir. Building code, R112.2 talks about, Board of Construction Appeal guidelines on appeals.
Yes, sir.
And it gives us 3 things to consider, when the board is making appeal. And the first one is that the true intent of the code or rules legally adopted thereunder have been incorrectly interpreted, or the provisions of this code do not fully apply. That would be the one I think probably closest, because he can apply. And the third one is an equally good or better method is proposed.
Yeah.
There's nothing proposed down that road, is there? I mean, no. Aren't we spending like $40 million or something like that, the county putting in water lines?
Yeah.
Do we even have an idea when a water line will be that?
They're working on it now. I've seen them once they went out the other way, but
I mean, that's the only other solution, besides drilling more wells.
yeah, I don't think that's.
I don't think you want to polka dot your property.
Yeah, that's the least guy right now.
I think B or C would both work.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards, B on this one. I believe Mr. Wright didn't correctly interpret it. So, I'm gonna go ahead and call this question if we're ready, gentlemen.
What's the motion?
Motion to approve a building permit for Mr. Furr.
What I would suggest would be a motion to overrule the building director's decision and allow, if that's what you want to do, allow or the use of this use pursuant to R112.2 B, like we talked about, something like that. So we're not doing the building permit here today. We're not. That's not
Okay.
what we're doing.
All right, the motion is to approve or to overrule the building code director's decision on the R112.2 guideline under section B. All those in favor say aye.
Give a second.
Aye. Oh, there's a motion, can I get a second? All in favor? All right.
Okay.
All right, one more thing, Mr. Chairman, right here at the bottom of the application on the second page, it has a place for, y'all to sign and today, and, the motion to be written out. See that thing?
Yeah, and then this will all be on video, so you can go back and, make sure you got the exact language in there that you're needing.
Okay. I don't even know what I just said there. I was trying to repeat what you said.
You still need your signature on it.
Yeah.
We can fill it in.
That'd be great. Okay. Now, are we ready to move on to number 7? All right, I have nothing to report tonight. We have nothing on number 8 for adult business. We've already done number 9. Number 10, Marco, I believe you had an update for us on the Health and Safety Committee.
Yes, a little bit. The Health and Safety Board, y'all spent about part of the year working on that and upgrading it. And, just wanted to let you know that I've talked to Mark Harrison, the chairman of the Legislative Committee. He wants to put it on the December agenda for the legislature.
Okay.
So it's started to move forward there on that. So,
Okay, very good.
yeah.
Anything else, Mr. Wright?
No, some let us in.
All right. Do I hear a motion to adjourn? Second. All in favor? What was this at, Steve?